Hello, my creative friends. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 4 tips that I believe will help you in your next vendor event. If you don't know who I am, I'm Deborah, and I'm the hands behind Taylor's Yarn Creations. And so, if you've been watching any of my videos, you know that I've been spending a lot of time making hats on the Addi knitting machine. And I think I did pretty good, although I didn't really sell that much. But I'll share a little bit toward the end. If you keep watching, I'll share with you some of my top sellers. But for now, I want to share with you 4 tips. The first tip is know your audience. I've seen people come to various art and craft events and they have items that are from Temu or from Paparazzi, and they just don't sell as good as someone who's sitting there literally making jewelry in front of the customer. I don't know why that is. I think people, when they come to an art and craft festival, they are really looking for unique handcrafted items. Also, when it comes to knowing your audience, if you're setting up at a local church, you may not want to bring too many high-priced items. And there's nothing against the people who come into that venue. It's just that sometimes people don't really value the handcrafted item as much. And so I recommend bringing maybe some of the lower or middle price items and a few high price items. But if you're setting up at an event, maybe like a craft and drafts event where they're drinking beer, you may want to bring some of your higher price items as opposed to the lower price items. Bring a variety of items priced from low to high. Keeping in mind that if you're going to an audience where they are not looking to spend a lot of money, don't bring your high price items. It's just going to set yourself up for failure. Second, listen and watch for ideas. One of the most amazing things that I have discovered when I go to these events is that sometimes the audience will come in and they will share with me what they like or what is trending that I may not even know about. Third, not all shoppers are shoppers. Sometimes the vendors will come around checking out their competition, seeing what they are selling most of, and then they'll come back perhaps the next year and sell the same thing. Another thing is sometimes individuals that are looking to become vendors may come in to check out the facility to get a feel for the clients that are there, the customers that are there. And so they come just to look to see how they may be able to bring their items. And the third group is the people that have been there before. They didn't set up that particular year, but they're coming back to see what's going on and who's selling what. So you have 3 different categories of people that may not necessarily be shoppers. And 4, maintain a positive attitude with everyone, whether they're your competitors, whether they're former vendors, whether they're incoming vendors, whether they're the people next to you. Always maintain a positive attitude because you never know who you may run into. I ran into some amazing people during this last event. And so, let me share with you some of my top items. I didn't do a good job of keeping up with what I brought because I felt toward the end pressured for time. But here are some of my top items that I sold. The Pumpkin Witch. This is a pattern that I created, and the pattern itself is available in my Etsy shop. This went really fast. It's made with 100% cotton, and the legs are bendable, and it just turned out really cute. I even got a few custom orders for this as well after the event. Pumpkins in general. Pumpkins. My pumpkins sold, whether they were plushie pumpkins, keychain pumpkins, medium-sized pumpkins, knitted pumpkins. All my pumpkins pretty much went. And I know that there were some individuals that did have pumpkins that didn't sell at all. And it's because they didn't have it priced right. When you know your audience, it's easier to sell your item quickly. Even though it may have taken you a lot of time to create something, look at your audience. If you know you're making things that are lower price, look for patterns that don't take a lot of your time. I don't have any of these but my stress balls. I will put the link to the person that I purchased the pattern from in the description below. My stress balls, the kids love them, the adults love them. I was making extra. I didn't think they would sell, but they went viral pretty much. And the stress balls were really cute, and the kids became my advertisers because they went around, as they were playing with them, people were wanting to know where they can buy their own. So I end up at the next day at the event just pretty much making up some the night before. My plushie items. Plushie just, for some reason this year, took off. I did have a chicken pattern that I didn't bring and I didn't make any of, but I didn't realize that people would want chickens when it's close to Thanksgiving. I did sell a few hats, and because the day was warm, I think people just weren't thinking about a hat. So one gentleman, he came and bought one for his daughter who lived in Minnesota. And another young lady, she came and she bought a couple hats. And then some of my crochet hats absolutely went. When it comes to plushies, my plushie snake went, my plushie bears went. I had a few Valentine hearts from a previous event that went. I sold wallets, they also did well. So I did make my booth fee, yay! And I made a profit. So it was really an exciting time. I like this venue, even though I know I can't sell some of my higher priced items. One of the things that one of the vendors did do was she really liked one of my crochet purses. And she made this beautiful jewelry. And as a bartering, we just exchanged. I gave her the purse in exchange for this beautiful necklace. And it worked out really well. So I'm preparing now to set up for another event that's going to be taking place in December. I'm really looking forward to this one. So I want to invite you in as I begin this next process of setting up for December. I'm going to be taking the hats that I did not sell, and I'm going to be adding to it maybe some snowmen and some other really cute and unique items. So if you're going to be setting up at these various events, just as an added tip, try to make something that's different, that's unique. And you will find that those items may sell more than someone else's. For example, I'm sure if they thought for a moment that those stress balls were at their fingertips, I would not have sold as many as I did. Last year, when I set up at this event, for the first time, I made a profit. But this time, it like 2x'd it. And I was so excited to see how much traffic was there. Normally on the Friday of the event, it's not as much traffic. But this year, it was more traffic, so much so that when Saturday came, I didn't really have anything to sell. So I believe that I could have made more profit if I was better prepared. And hopefully I'll do that in December. So next time, information like this, be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.